It has not been easy, folks, but we lead the finals now 3-1 over the San Antonio Spurs, coming off a very close Game 4 win by only 4 points. But now, coming off this 40-point game from Wemby, the Spurs are on the brink of elimination. And to be honest, the culprit of all 3 of their losses is kind of Kyrie Irving. 7 for 21 here in Game 1. They won Game 2 when he shot a lot better, 50% from the floor here in this game. In Game 3, he went back to shooting 7 for 21. They lost that game by 11. And now Game 4, if he makes like 2 or 3 more shots, then they probably win this game. But instead, he misses 12 of his 17 takes. And now they are 1 loss away from falling in the finals once again. They're going to keep their lineup as is, and so are we. Game 5, if we win this game, we are NBA champions for the 4th straight season. Let's dive in. It would be nice to win at home here in front of this home crowd in Virginia Beach. Let's see if that comes to fruition. The Spurs will start with the ball. Game 5 underway. First play for the Spurs. They're going to feed Wemby down low. He steps back and floats it up and in with the left hand. Boyd feeds Kuminga down the lane. Blocked from behind by Wembanyama. That's what, like 7'4", 7'6", or whatever wingspan is just insane. And I thought Kuminga had that easily. Apparently not. Whitmore gets downhill. He passes back out. And Irving might have to get a shot up here. Or a great pass back to Whitmore. 4-0 San Antonio. Ivanovic has a lane. Right to the rack for the jam. And he gets us on the board. And now he gets a steal off of Fleming. So a bucket, then a steal for Jovanovic. And then a nice pass by Boyd. Leaving it for OG on the other end. And we're all tied at 4 apiece. Downhill again. Whitmore lays it in for 2, plus the foul. That's the first on Jonathan Kuminga and on the Neptunes. And Whitmore has 5 of their 7. A screen for Boyd. He gets down low, right past Whitmore. In for his first buckets. Here in the finals, he has averaged 35, 9, and 7. He's been playing fantastic basketball, pretty much putting up those MVP caliber numbers from the regular season. He gets a stop there on Kyrie, but he gets the ball back, pulls up. It's no good. Kuminga has a good look. For 3, he buries it. We're in front. Wemby pulls up. Jalen Duren fouled him on the jump shots. I don't know if I buy that. First one, up and good. He shot 94% at the line during the regular season. That is absolutely absurd. He's got to be top 2 or top 1 in terms of free throw percentage, man. That's crazy. Leaving it for Boyd this time. Posey picks him up. Boyd lost his dribble, and he's fouled on the shot attempts. So free throws to answer back. First one is online. And the second one gives Boyd 4 points. Off the dribble, Wemby gets inside and hits another pull-up shot right over Jalen Duren. Last game we saw Duren really struggle on defense for kind of the first time in the series. Obviously, Wemby, I think, has had 2 different 40-point games, but last game especially, we did not play good defense on him whatsoever. That's a great kick out, and Kuminga's 2 for 2 behind the arc. This is Fleming with the kick out to Whitmore, but he can't answer back. He missed a couple of wide open threes last game, which really cost him down the stretch. That's a great feed to Jovanovic. What a pass by Mac Boyd, and a great cut as well. Trying a similar play as last time, little pick and pop. Whitmore can't knock it in this time either. What was that? Oh man, we just gave it right back. See down low. Jalen Duren tried to go for a steal, but timed it a bit too early. 31 points per game here in the finals for Wemby, 10 rebounds per game. And he's been playing some fantastic basketball as well. And it's stolen. Jovanovic lost it, and Whitmore's got the loose change. Off the dribble, another pull-up shot in there, and Duren is called for his second foul on a jump shot. In the first quarter, and we're still got half the quarter left too. Free throw open good, we're tied at 16. Gonna get it down low, and an OB on Irving. Help comes, and it got there a little bit late because Kyrie fouled him. That's his second foul. First free throw on the money. And Anunoby, 2 for 2. Going right at Duren again, off the glass, but a bit too much under it. Boyd fires off the dribble, but misses the jump shots. And Fleming pulls it down. He gets inside, but rattles that one off the window, and Boyd picks up a stop. And the rebound, too. And we almost gave it right back. But Boyd got the loose ball. Pull-up three from Jovanovic offline. Here comes that corner play for Wemby. And Kuminga just not really doing a whole lot there in the paint. Tied again. Timeout, Virginia Beach. Matthew Rhodes and Agbaji check in for the first time here in Game 5 with just under 5 minutes to go. Kuminga off the screen. Nearly got it to drop. Screen comes up. Whitmore flies by Rhodes, steps back, and nails the mid-range jumper. Ivanovic takes it down the lane and can't lay it in. I think he front-rimmed it. Kuminga jars it loose and picks up a steal. Whitmore lost it. Pull-up jumper on the other end will tie things up at 20. Lively checks in for Wembanyama. Fleming has it, under 5 on the clock. He's going to have to pull the trigger here. Fadeaway three, good! How many of those has he knocked down here in this series, man? It's been a lot. 12-4 run by the Spurs after we went up by 5 points earlier. Jovanovic out of a shot finds Kuminga, and he's hot behind the arc. Kyrie Irving penetrates, floats it up and out. He has not gotten off to a great start, and after a poor Game 4 performance, he needed to step up here if they want a chance to win. Another pull-up three for Yovi. That one's off too. Whitmore left open. Jovanovic just gave him all kinds of room, and he's on the board again, man. He's got like, I want to say 10 or 12 points already. And unlike the first 4 games of the series, both offenses off to a pretty good start. But now we're called for a bad screen. Kiba steps into a shot and knocks it down with a chew right there in his mouth. That's not easy. Ivanovic, little step back move. That was a nice move, but just couldn't finish the play. Josh Green, tough shot on the other end. It's up and good. The Spurs jump up by 7 points here in the first quarter. Rhodes the screen. Jovanovic kicks it back out for an open look. No good from downtown. Up to Green on the other end. Another quick shot in transition. That one's out. Up to Agbaji. He fires, but can't lay it in despite getting Lively up in the air. Kyrie floats it up from the elbow, and it rolls around the rim and off. Some room, and this time online from Jovanovic. Shot clock under 10. Irving on the pick and roll, pulls the trigger, up and over Agbaji, count it. Kuminga cuts, gets the feed down low. Finds Agbaji, top of the key, and he laces it. Great feed right there by 00. Kiba fires one off. Front rimmed it. Last shot of the quarter is going to be for us. Yovi brings it up. Finds Kuminga in the corner. That one's offline, but a 4-point game through one. Hot start for both offenses. 32-28 after 12. Start of the second quarter, folks. The Spurs have 2 guys already in double figures. Wemby and Wimmer both have 10 plus. Caritas 1 for 5. Boyd 1 for 2. That's poked out of bounds by Kiba. At 5 on the clock here to get a shot off. OG inbounds it in the corner. Boyd has to attack, and he's fouled by Lively. Trying to split the Twin Towers right there. First one up and good. Wood already has 4 assists. Man, he was passing it like crazy in the first quarter, I guess. 6 and 4 for him so far. Off the dribble, quickly. Trying to lay it in for 2. He always comes in off the bench to start this second quarter, and he always gives this team a spark. It's pretty wild to see. And an Obi. Full head of steam, the seas parts, and he rocks the rim. 14 field goals dropping right now for the Spurs. We've got 11, but Kuminga's threes have been a big difference in this game so far, and that's why it's only a 2-point ball game. But Wemby's open again outside of the corner. Boyd feeds Duren, and not a lot of defense being played by either team right now. Dished out to Quickly. And he knocks it down. Another 5-point little spurt by him alone to kick off the quarter. Boyd gets the switch, gets inside and lays it in for 2. Beautiful work on the pick and pop right there. And Wembanyama draws the 3rd foul on Jalen Duren. So early foul trouble for him, and Wemby is 6 for 7 from the field. I'm not sure losing Duren's going to be all that important for us on defense, at least. But for the offense, it might change things. With Achua coming out, you can probably expect a lot less paint scoring. Speaking of, Jovanovic pulls the trigger from downtown and connects. Achua with some tight defense. Wemby steps back and can't knock it down. 3 minutes gone here in the quarter. Boyd finds Achua, and he misses the layup. Exactly what I was talking about with Jalen Duren coming out and Achua coming in. And now Quickly is fouled on the other, and that's Kuminga's 3rd foul. So now 2 starters, 3 away from fouling out in this game. At least Quickly misses the front end. The back end is good. 3-point ball game. And Kuminga stays in with those 3 fouls. Achua the screen. Boyd kicks it out. Jovanovic knocks it down from the wing. He lost his dribble. He still throws it up. It's no good, and Jovanovic boxes out Fleming for the rebounds. One difference in this series compared to the rest of the playoffs is that Jovanovic has played a whole lot better, and that's been, as I said, a big difference. He has just shot way better than any previous years, especially behind the arc. He's hit a couple more threes than we've been used to for most of the season, but with him knocking down some bigger shots and getting more open, and Boyd finding him, you know, it's going to be harder for us to lose. It's the first foul against Wembanyama. Achua can put us in front here, and he does at the charity stripe. And I forgot to change his shoes away from the 2K generic ones. I'll have to do that next time. Other play out of the corner. Quick shot for Wemby on the move, and he misses that one. We've got Wilson Towns in the game. That is not a part of my game plan whatsoever. He is not part of our rotation. Boyd misses the three. Poked out, and Rhodes picks up a steal off of Quickly. He was not paying attention. On the other end, Achua jams it in off the feed from Towns. 4-point lead just like that for the Neptunes. Now Wemby gets the feed. Baseline drive. Thought he was fouled there, but luckily it's not called. 19 points on 64% shooting. Well, pick and roll here, and trying to bounce it through Wemby's legs. It's deflected, and Chua ends up with the loose change. Shot clock under 5 now. Boyd pulls up over his former teammate Josh Green. Wembanyama at the rim. How did he get that one to go? I think he lost the ball a little bit earlier than he wanted to. It still goes in off the window. 1 score game rather. Wilson Towns full head of steam towards the rim with a great readjustment. Fantastic finish. Starting lineups in for both teams right now, middle of the second quarter. Wembanyama tries to flip it up and in, but has kind of lost his rhythm here in the last couple of minutes. Boyd uses the screen, finds Jalen Duren on the cut. There's nobody in the paint. Quick shot for Kyrie Irving. No good over OG, but just brought Matthew Rhodes back in after a quick little stint for Jovanovic for about 1 play. That's curious. OG, guarded by Irving, takes him down low and misses just a few feet away. On the other end, beautiful cut by Fleming and a great pass by Irving to find him. 52-48, still plenty of time left here in the half. And Anunoby pulls up, but can't connect. Downhill, good pass to Posey. Rhodes blocks the shots. He has really been a lot better these last couple of years compared to his first few on defense, man. Huge difference. Boyd going right at Posey, almost got the buckets. That's the 3rd foul against San Antonio. 2 more and we're in the bonus. But might not get there. First one's up and good. Boyd yet to miss a free throw here in game 5. He is 6 for 6. Fleming. That's not a smart pull-up shot at all. It's left for Boyd. The jump shot is perfect. Rhodes the assist. All the way to the 10. Whitmore off the window. Got it to go. His first point since the first quarter. And we cough it up on the other end. Fleming picks up his first steal. Step back jumper on the money. What a shot. Rhodes, top of the key, straight away. He's got it. Little step back jumper. No good from Irving. Still is yet to get on track now. 1 for 7 from the fields. But Whitmore has played a lot better than their last game as well. That's a great pass to Jalen Duren. It goes nowhere though. Shot clock under 10. Rhodes pulls up again and it's online. And our lead soars to 9. 61-52. You have not played this well in the first half on offense in a while, but I love seeing it here in the finals. Foul on the other end, though, by Agbaji will put Irving at the line for 2. He's not going to miss these ones. And the bonus for the last 80 or so seconds of the second quarter. Jovanovic back in to close it out for us. Anunoby downhill. He steps back and knocks it down over Whitmore. Whitmore steps back, but can't connect from downtown. Since that first quarter, only 1 bucket. And has not really had too many shots either. 9-point game. Jovanovic over the top feed to Jalen Duren, and he picks up a foul on Posey, and now we're in the bonus for the last 33 seconds. First free throw, rattling out. And Duren splits the free throws. Another 3. Whitmore not done a great job shooting-wise from behind the arc. We had the last shot of the half. 36 points here in the quarter for us. We've got to get ourselves closer to 40 here if we want it. Rhodes pulls up. No good behind the arc. And we lead by 10 here at halftime in Game 5. 2 quarters left to close this series out. I highly doubt we're going to shoot over 60% again this half. And the Spurs also got 20 plus from Wemby again in the first half, just like last game. So they got some work to do, but still in this game, but not if they're going to play that kind of defense. Jalen Duren throws it down. We lead by 12. Irving just blows by Anunoby, but he gets blocked by Boyd on the help defense. He and Duren are so good at providing that help defense that you just can't trust yourself going to the rim when there's one of those guys near him. We just turn the ball over, though. Spurs get it back. We're going to feed Wembanyama. Good kick out to Fleming, but he can't knock down the trifecta. Nice feed to OG. Top of the key. He connects. Our largest lead of the ball game at 15 points. Picking up right where things left off in that second quarter. Going right at Jalen Duren. He just flashed through the paint. Weird matchup here. Wemby on Kuminga. The jump shot's no good, but Duren cleans things up. They keep it alive. And Anunoby finds Boyd backdoor for the one-handed stuff. Whitmore splits defenders, gets inside. Kuminga playing some great on-ball defense. A pull-up, no good. Slow start on offense for San Antonio. Boyd comes out of the corner, lines one up, but in and out. Now Wemby get on the board here. He's already got 1 bucket, their only bucket of the half. That one's no good. Boyd pulls up, and it's in there over Irving. He's got 18 points, 6 for 9 from the field, a plus 19 plus minus. Got to be the highest in the game right now. Another screen from Wemby. Now it's Posey pulling the trigger, and that one is good. A slide lob, and Boyd got it. The skyward finish off the feed from Yovi. This crowd loves it. Trying to double Wemby. That leaves Posey open again. He's got 2 straight jumpers. Nice feed inside. Bounce to Duren. Another assist for Jovanovic. Passing extremely well here in Game 5. And right now the offense is absolutely humming. Wemby. Baseline. Steps out of bounds. Turnover. Boyd draws a crowd. Duren over Green, got it off the window. Irving launches and sticks it. It's a big shot. But this crowd's not going to go quiet yet. We still lead by 15 points. Only 10 so far in the half to the first 6 of the quarter for the Spurs. And the offense is just clicking on all cylinders right now, man. 82-64. Wemby trying to respond, and he does with the tray. Oh, nice screen by Boyd. Jovanovic completely denied out of bounds by Posey. Turn inbounds to Boyd. He draws a double again. Good extra pass, and Kuminga laces another trifecta. Wemby cuts. Boyd there, but it doesn't matter. Shots up and in. It's dumped inside. Kuminga, spinning jam! The emphatic finish. The Spurs have to call timeout. The offense literally cannot be stopped right now. All of a sudden, we're just dicing these guys up. Oh, he almost stole it. Wemby's freed up instead for the long 2. They're scoring at a, like a decent rate, but they are not keeping up at all. And we are finding easy looks left and right. The Spurs are rattled. Jovanovic rejected out of bounds again. This time, Wemby has the block. But they've had a lot less in this game than in previous ones. And it's stolen out of the inbound pass. Jovanovic with a turnover. Surprisingly, we've actually shot better so far in this quarter than the first half. Kuminga, though, called for his 4th foul. Wemby already has 30 points. He's going for another 40 bomb in the finals. Free throws are good. Boyd trying to lob it underhanded, but Green deflects the pass. Wemby escapes Kuminga and hits the shot from the elbow. He's got 13 points already here in the quarter. The 12-point game. Right to the rack. Boyd finishes right around Wembanyama. That's a quick bucket. Kyrie Irving got it to go. The Spurs are still in this game. Only a 12-point gap. We're still a quarter in. Lots of change left to play. Pull-up jumper. No good from downtown. Up to Fleming. He steps back, but can't knock it down. Boyd lost it. Duren picks it up, splits defenders, and eventually draws the first shooting foul on Junior Fleming. Good heads-up play to track down that loose ball. First free throw is good. And he splits these 2 again. Quick 3 off the handoff. No good from Victor. Jovanovic, top of the key straight away. Look, he cans it. We're back up by 16 points. Wemby tries again behind the arc, but 2 straight misses for him, and the Spurs are in danger of losing all these last few minutes of progress here. Just over 2 to play. Boyd gets the loose ball and is fouled, trying to put it up and in. Their second time doing that exact same thing. First free throw up and good. Boyd is yet to miss at the charity line. And our lead extends back to 18. Pass almost stolen. Achua got the deflection, but Wemby almost got the assist there, but 3 straight trifectas rattling out for San Antonio. And they are losing a lot of momentum here. They were building some. Then they end the quarter strong and get themselves back in this game. Lively with no shot contest at the rim. You got Ryan Rollins in the game now, and he just turned the ball over in its first minute on the courts. Kiba misses the pull-up on the other end. The Spurs are just all out of sync right now. Rollins feeds Achua, and he's blocked on the dunk attempt. The third of the game for Wemby. Green trying to push the tempo, and he knocks it down in Boyd's mouth. Achua getting aggressive. He fires. No good off the back iron. They're trying to go fast. Irving shakes off Agbaji and knocks down the pull-up two. About 7 seconds separate the shot and game clocks right now. 12-point gap. Trying to extend it. Boyd's jumper off the back iron and out. He'll have the last shot of the quarter. Heba brings it up. He fires in Boyd's face, and it's no good. He jumped our lead up by 2 here in the third quarter. Felt like a really good quarter overall, but it's only a 2-point difference in terms of our lead compared to halftime. 83-95, 1 quarter left to play. Spurs just need a single run to get back in this game, but they have yet to really put one together. That's more than like 6 or so points, but that's a pretty good start. It's back to a 10-point game. High ball screen. Jovanovic fits it into Jalen Duren, who once again rocks the rim. Wemby not really doing his best down low. He's allowed plenty of dunks already in this game. Has a couple of blocks, but it has not been enough. We're still shooting 60% right now. 2 straight buckets for Wembanyama. Off the screen from Boyd. Jovanovic pulls up, and it's good. Lane opens up. Green misses the open shots. Missed a couple of those ones in this game. We have as well, but just not as much. It's definitely our cleanest offensive game of the entire series. They left Boyd open for the trifecta. Poked out. Wembanyama cleans things up. Lively comes over to set the screen. Jalen Duren doing his best on-ball defense. And they have to take a pretty bad shot. It's blocked by Anunoby. Great defense on that possession, man. But we're called for a charge on the other end. Wemby the only offense for the Spurs right now, and he's going to keep things going. He has all 6 for them here in the quarter. He's going to add to it here at the line. The free throw is up and good. Nice feed to Achua, but he's blocked again on the dunk attempts. That's now 4 for Wemby, 2 here in the fourth quarter. And we get a steal. A block to a turnover. Jovanovic flips it up and in. Green kicks it out. Long 2, no good from Lively. I don't know why he takes so many jump shots, man. It's not in his game. Oh, pick and roll. Achua this time can jam it in easily. Another assist for Mac Boyd. We lead by 17 points. This crowd is on their feet. And the Spurs are running out of juice here in this fourth quarter. Wemby kicks it out. Boyd sagged off of quickly. They got it. Boyd laces one from downtown. 110-93, man. The offense has been cooking all game long. And we stole it. That's a bad handoff by Quickly. Boyd by himself, stripped from behind. Don't see that a lot. But a big play by Quickly, and then stripped on the other end. It's Wembanyama. Achua, a big forced turnover. Pull-up jumper. Off the mark. And Josh Green steps out of bounds on the other end. They just are all out of sync, man. Same spot as last time, and now he's fouled on the shot. Brown just came in for the first time all game long. And he's called for a 3-point foul. These will make it a 20-point game here in the fourth, so we're going to do makes only the rest of the way because it looks like this game's going to be over. Probably your best performance of the series, and it comes here in the first closeout attempt. Gotta love it. Nice kick outs. Boyd lines up another one. Irving got it from the corner. What a shot, dude. Ivanovic doubles. Duren finds Kuminga. It's kicked out, and we lob it up to Jalen Duren. Another emphatic finish. It's a fast break. Boyd pulls up in transition just to knock it down. He's a bucket shy of 40. Boyd lets it fly. Another one in there off the back iron. He's got 40 points on the dot. Well, stutter step. Wembanyama floats it up and in. He's got 45 in this game. Almost half of their points. I think their biggest problem right now is they've got a guy who's 39 years old, not named LeBron, starting. Kyrie is 39 years old. He's just not the same player. And he's taking shots away from Whitmore, who should be their number 2 option. But he really has been their 3rd option here in the series. And that's been the big difference in this game because Whitmore has had a couple of really good performances, but has never had the 2nd most shots on the team in the series. So that is the biggest flaw, I think, for the Spurs. That's the one piece that they're missing is the replacement for Irving, who's more of a defender and not much of a shot taker. But Posey also does not really do anything on offense. He puts up like 6 points a game. So it's hard to really do a whole lot with him. Boyd fires another one. No good, but Duren gets the rebound. Out to Kuminga, who lines it up for the tray. Yeah, another cut for Wembanyama. He is going to get to 50 points by game's end, almost guaranteed. 96 seconds left. Nice pass. Jovanovic sinks it in the corner. By far our best performance of the entire playoff run. 131 points and counting still. This is for 50. Wembanyama misses the layup. Gets it back, but can't finish over 2 defenders. But the 3rd try is in there. He's got 51 of their 108s. One more shot, and there's no more shot clock. Jovanovic is fouled at the rim with 22 to go. Free throws for Jovanovic. First one up and good. The second one is off. And our run of dominance will continue. We are champions for the 4th straight season. We have yet to be stopped. This team is something special. Does anybody have an answer for this dynasty? And when will it end? Only 1 game taken off by the Spurs. The best performance by any team against us here in the finals. But in 4 years under head coach Claude Burns, we have won 4 titles. This guy is quite the goddamn resume. There were doubts about if we could do it again with the free agent pickups that we had. But we got here, and after a lot of struggles, Jovanovic steps up. And because he did, because Kuminga hit some big 3-pointers, because Matthew Rose had a really good Game 4 performance, we are champions for the 4th year running. You don't see that every day. 4 straight years of seeing this pop up after our final game of the season is pretty spectacular. And once again, Mac Boyd is the Finals MVP for the 3rd time in 4 NBA Finals appearances in this series. He was absolutely amazing. 36, 9, and 7, shooting 60% from the field, 96 at the line, and 62, even better than his regular fielding percent, 62% from downtown. That is absolutely insane. This guy is the GOAT. I can easily say that now. He had a triple-double in this closeout game. 40, 12, and 12. 13 for 18 from the field. 11 for 11 at the line. Jovanovic, 30 points, 9 assists, 10 for 20 from the field. Jonathan Kuminga, 5 for 7 downtown. Jalen Duren, 7 for 7 overall. I think those were almost all dunks. And Anunoby shot the ball very well. Matthew Rhodes, 2 for 4. The only guy who shot below 500 for us in this game was Achua, who went 2 for 7. We shot incredibly well as a team, despite Wembanyama dropping a massive 51-point game. Kyrie once again shoots poorly. Whitmore takes their 3rd most shots, and Fleming was not as involved as previous games. We shot 61% in this game and nearly 60% from downtown. We were not shooting that well in the first 3 series of this playoff run. We just came to life somehow here in the finals. Coughed up 14 turnovers and allowed 11, or forced 11. But now we're kind of left in a similar spot as last season's finale. I put in about 5 to 6 different rules to start last season in terms of what we can or can't do, and we stuck to it this season, but it did not make that big of an impact, at least as much as I was hoping. And so we're once again champions. I was not trying to force us to lose. I was just trying to make it more competitive and make it closer. And that kind of happened here, but not as much as I was hoping it would. And now we're here again, 4 straight years with a title. And the only difference between last year and this year is that we're going to lose our head coach this year because, as we have discussed before, after the first 4 years of a staff member's contract, you legitimately cannot re-sign them. So he's going to become a free agent head coach, and he's going to have offers from other teams. And I would not be surprised if he ends up taking a job elsewhere. Now, that means that we're probably going to look to either promote somebody else from the interior of our staff or hire somebody else outside. So change is coming to our team. But you guys are the ones that comment down below. You guys are watching this series. So if you guys want to see anything specific, if you want to see, certain rules put in place, or if you want to see me put certain players on certain teams to make the league more exciting, I am down to take control of a couple of teams and make some more of those trade moves to kind of reshuffle things and see where things go next year. But like this year, I do plan to kind of slow or pick up the pace rather on the regular season. So I expect to go probably even less episodes next year in terms of the meat of the season. We're going to focus on the playoffs moving forward because that's when the games really do matter. I think that we're kind of confirmed to be a playoff team for years to come, given the last couple of seasons. But what do you guys want to see? What players do you want to see join the Spurs? Because I could do some things where, Kyrie retires, they bring in a new star on their team to help out Wemby, and then maybe there's a rematch next year. But who knows? I can't force any actual games in terms of wins or losses, but I can definitely affect a lot of this league. Sliders have not had the impact that I was hoping for, and I'm not sure that a slider change would really affect things all too well because we lost plenty of games during the season, kept them the exact same, and then all of a sudden we just kind of got better here in the playoffs as we typically do. Now, there is one rule I might also add to the ones from last year because we did do one thing in this series that kind of changed it, After game 2, we benched Wilson Towns, and we increased a lot of minutes for our starters. But what's kind of strange is that I'm pretty sure CPU teams like the Spurs, they don't usually do that. They usually keep their lineups mostly the same. And now they do tend to play star players around 40 minutes a game, but they still bring in a lot of guys off the bench. They usually have like a 9 to 10 man rotation. So maybe going forward, we don't change our rotation, or at least change the amount of people in the rotation once we reach the playoffs, because that did kind of change the series. We won 3 games right after making that move, and that kind of won us the series. So that could have been the one thing that kind of affected this whole matchup. But I think going forward, you know, I've never had a series that's been this successful. So I'm also learning while doing this. So need y'all's help to figure out how to keep the series fresh and how to keep things up to a good level between now and when 2K25 comes out. We're going to wrap up by going through the player stats for the entire playoff run. Boyd ends up dropping 39 and 8 with 53% shooting from the field and 42% from downtown, about 21 shots per game, and about 90% at the charity stripe. Jovanovic shoots just below 80% at the line, 40% from downtown, and 44% from the field. So those numbers all went up as the playoffs went on. He just kind of got better as we went through the playoffs. And he ends up dropping 24, 4 and 8. So he ends up dropping those numbers that we are used to from him in the playoffs. I think the minute increase for him also helped him out. Jonathan Kuminga, our third highest scorer, kind of went down in terms of points per game once the playoffs came around because Jovanovic got more involved. Took about 20 shots per game, but he ends up dropping 15, 4 and 3, shooting at 55%, better than Boyd and Jovanovic, and better from 3 than both guys as well. Matthew Rhodes ends up with about 10 points off the bench, and he shot very well, especially from downtown, 53%. I think he's going to find either a bigger role for us off the bench next year, or he'll find a bigger role somewhere else. I think one thing I'm also thinking about is potentially trading Matthew Rhodes away to a team that could use a starter level power forward, because then we lose a key piece of our team and he gets a much larger role, which he should already have with us, but we just don't have the personnel for it, and he's not the personnel that's going to fit our system. But if he goes somewhere else, he'll probably have a monster, like, all-star campaign. So I think probably going to look to see if we could trade Matthew Rhodes, because we do have 2 first-round draft picks in this next draft. So we could replace him, could replace potentially somebody like a Chua. I get a younger big down low behind Jalen Duren. But he ends up dropping 11 or 12 and 9 in the playoffs. Efficient at the rim. And Anunoby, 8 points. Agbaji, 6 points. Both guys shot over 50%. Wilson Towns ended up shooting about 37 in total. Chua not very good, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it, at least for us. If you're curious about the overall Spurs stats, obviously they won a lot of series previously because Cam Whitmore was more involved. 16 shot attempts compared to, I want to say, like an average of like maybe 8 or 9 in the finals. So he had his production pretty much cut in half in the finals, and Kyrie got a lot more involved, and kind of for bad reasons. So 3 guys in 20 plus figures, but not enough to win. And I imagine Kyrie's going to retire once we get to the off season. But to round out the league leaders, Mac Boyd ends up having the most points overall, but not the most points per game. Scoot had 34, Miller had 31, Boyd comes in third, and Wemby ends up finishing, I guess he does not qualify because he missed the first round, but he would be up here in the top 5, right behind Booker with 29 points per game. But Jovanovic right now, 13th place. That's pretty good. And then got field goal percentage, Bam Adebayo, followed by Jalen Duren, and then Mauricio Barea, who we faced against the Raptors. Leader in rebounds, Evan Mobley at 16.2. That's honestly insane. Holmgren in second. Dalen Webb in fourth with 10.8. Number of assists, Halliburton by far in the lead. We had Boyd in the top 10, Jovanovic as well. These guys are maybe the best duo like in league history. Steals goes to Ant Edwards with 2.6. Boyd comes in at 2.2 here in the playoffs. Leader in blocks, Walker Kessler at 3. And of course, the three-point leader in the postseason was Timothy Clark of the New York Knicks, followed by former Neptune Chris Murray, Darius Garland, Matthew Rhodes in the top 6, and Agbaji right behind him. That's pretty awesome. We're going to end it right here, but there are a lot of guys that aren't under contract for this next season. So this is the year where a lot of change is coming to the league. I think we probably might not even... We might just let Matthew Rhodes take a different offer. I might just give him a qualifying offer and just let him walk. Because we already have 2 draft picks, so I don't see a need to really trade him away. He can just find a new home and get a big deal. But pretty much the entire bench outside of Wilson Towns, Agbaji, and Wendell Moore are going to hit the open markets. And Moore was coming off the reserves for most of this year anyways. So the starters are pretty much the only guys to return aside from Wilson Towns. And we'll see how much change actually comes to our team. But we're also going to lose one of our 5 starters in OG Anunoby. So if Agbaji could start, Wendell Moore could start, who knows? But there is change coming. Going to end it right here, folks. Thanks for watching. Please, again, leave your feedback down below on what you want to see in this series going forward. What would make it fresh in your mind and what would make things, more digestible. Please let me know, and I will see you guys in the off season. Peace out.